guys, you think you guys are ready for? Oh, differently. You think you guys are ready for these couple weeks on the road after having a nice long stretch at home?
I think we're ready. I think we're prepared, and you know, it really doesn't matter where we play. We have a standard that we play at, so you know, wherever we go, we're gonna take that standard and go out there and perform.
Coach Scott was just bragging on you. Said that you took that 10-yard sack, got hit up underneath, you know, the mouth. They were wanting to run a draw play. You came over saying, "Let's say go empty and take a shot."
Yeah, I knew. Just depending on the situation, I think it was like 3rd and 17 that they were going to be on a 2-shell look, and you know, I just wanted to spread them out and let me call a play. So you know, I checked to a play for Deshaun, and you know, he got open, made the play, and ran. You know, got down to the 1-yard line. So you know, it's just one of those things that, you know, in the heat of the moment, you know, I wanted to, you know, go back at him, and that's what we did.
He said that you went empty and you said check for something that's usually a 2-by-2 look, and he didn't respond, and then you flashed him the check signal again, and he was like, "Yeah, go for it." How much of that is having? I mean, how fast are you having to process all of that out there?
For me, it is not as fast and confusing because, you know, I prepared during the week and during the off season. Coach Streeter does a great job of making sure that, you know, if we get this look, we can check to this, and making sure that, you know, we prepared, and you know, what I see on film is, you know, what we're going to see out there on the game field. So it kind of, you know, happened, you know, like I said, at the heat of the moment, and you know, I just checked to it and went with my gut feeling, and you know, a big play.
Is that something you feel like you've become a lot more comfortable with this year, making checks, finding those open receivers?
You know, I've been comfortable, you know, with making checks ever since I came here. It's just gaining that trust within the, you know, the coaching staff, and you know, Coach Allen, Coach Scott, you know, they trusted me in making play calls, and you know, I just go out there and do what I have to do to, you know, get the W.
During the first 4 or 5 games, coaches were using the term, "He's managing the game well" with you. Like in high school or at any time, did you ever feel like you were just trying to manage the game as much as?
I do that every game. You know, that's my job, is manage the game. You know, if I don't manage the game, then we're gonna, you know, lose. So you know, my job is to, you know, find open you know, receivers, make sure the running backs and receivers are on the same page with protection, and the O-line is, you know, motivated to, you know, open up holes for Wayne and the running backs, and you know, just get the W, get points, and that's what I do. I don't really care about, you know, having these big wild plays and these stats. You know, my job is to get the W and big points up.
Do it feel different at all? Just because that seemed to be some of your games last year with making the spectacular play against Georgia or North Carolina.
It's not different. It's the same thing. You know, the Georgia play was a check, like I did with Dion. As a check, happened to be a big play. You know, it just, you know, I just hit the ball in the hole at the Georgia game, and then, you know, the jump. It's just one of those plays that happen. You know, I might have the opportunity to do it again this year. You know, Coach Sweeney probably ain't gonna like it, but you know, if it comes, it comes. So it just depends on the situation of the game and the flow of it.
Deshaun, do you interact any differently with the offensive assistants? Last year was all Chad, right? He was your quarterback coach, the offensive coordinator. Now, you know, Coach Streeter, Coach Elliott, you know, Coach Scott. There are a few more voices now, I guess. Do you interact with those guys any differently?
We all be on the same page. We all communicate and make sure that, you know, I'm comfortable with the play calling, and they're comfortable too. You know, there's a lot of people that have you know, a lot of different ideas, and you know, we do a great job of making sure that, you know, we're on the same page, and you know, when we go out there and take the field Saturday, that, you know, we have one focus, and it's 4 points, and you know, that's what we've been doing so far.
Does it excite you that you're throwing deep and getting 420 yards in ACC Player League? Does it start to excite you that this offense is now starting to open up the way a lot of people thought that it was going to do it, you know, at the beginning of the year? It just took a little time.
You know, I'm excited for this offense and what we can do. You know, it's been a weird, you know, first start of the season. You know, the first 2 games we only played 1 half. Local game, it was a, you know, weird situation Thursday night, and then, you know, the Notre Dame Georgia Tech game was 2 raining games. So it just depends on the game. You know, we knew Boston College, you know, they're the #1 defense in the country for a reason. And, you know, they have a great front 7, and, you know, that we knew that they're going to press us and play man. So we the opportunity came to take shots, and that's what we did.
I'm sure it's less bothersome because the record is 6-0, like where the offense is. But 7 picks to this point. Is there anything you're working on to limit the interceptions?
Not at all. It happens. You know, I'm gonna throw the ball probably 500, 600 times, you know, a year. So, you know, defense is gonna make plays. Some of those picks was, you know, just bad luck for me. You know, like the one Saturday, the first one was all me. It hurt my eyes, but the second one I got hit and the ball just kind of floated up. So, you know, it's something I can't really control. You know, it happens. You know, I learn from it, and you know, at this position, you know, you're gonna throw picks. No one's perfect, so. It happens.
You get fired up for playing these name brand schools, Notre Dame, Miami, you got Florida State coming up. A lot of times those games get put on national TV in the prime slots and stuff. Do you like playing against those name brand schools?
I like playing against anyone. Of course, you know, people make it bigger than what it is, but you know, each game is like the Super Bowl. You know, you can't take anyone for granted. It's a privilege and it's a blessing to be out there to be able to play and perform and do what I love to do.
You live with Artavis. Those Florida receivers, I mean, is there something different about just their upbringing or their attitude toward football?
I can say, with all the receivers I have, on the team, have that same mentality that they want to be dominant, and every time they touch the ball, they're going to make something happen. So I wouldn't say just the Florida receivers. Sharon's from South Carolina, he's very explosive. G-Hop from North Carolina, Hunter Renfro's from Myrtle Beach. So it just depends. Maybe y'all sit that way, but as a team, we don't sit that way. We all have that one mindset to dominate.
Jordan Leggett mentioned on Saturday that he felt disrespected by the man defense. Do you feel the same?
Of course. I wouldn't say disrespected. It's just a challenge that we love to have. And if someone's going to press us up and have one safety, we're going to take those shots. The talent that we have and the skill set we have that on the outside is some of the best in the country. So if the team is going to do that, then we're going to make the pay.
Artavis played down at Tallahassee last year, but with Dion and Ray Ray, do you get the idea that they're particularly excited to go down there and play in Miami this week?
I think all the Florida guys are ready to go back and be able to play in front of their, I guess, hometown and just experience that. You don't get that many opportunities to go back home and be able to play. So I know those guys are very excited and they're going to be real happy to play and perform down there.
Deshaun, do you know Brad Kai at all, other than as another young quarterback who's doing pretty well?
I know him. I know we talked during the off season, but from the Elite 11, in the fraternity with me, and that's where I know him from.
Did you guys have fun together? Was it
of course.
good game to meet?
We enjoyed it. We still communicate, we talk, and in the off season when we have the chance, we try to train together. But he's a great player, great guy. He's ready to go off the field, and he's one of those guys that you can hang out with and enjoy.
No, will there be any communication this week before you guys get down there?
Probably. But we both have main focus is prepare and make sure we have the game plan down to go out there and win the game. But
in what ways home field will he challenge Clemson's defense?
He's just like me, a game manager. He knows their offense and he executes. So we just have to see Saturday.
What stands out about Miami's defense?
They're very athletic. They have some great guys, great talent, and they're pretty well coached. So each week we're going to get everyone's A game, and we just got to go out there and do our job.
Deshaun, whenever the national media talked about you in preseason, it seemed like your last name was if he can stay healthy. Clemson fans don't know how tough you are watching you play against South Carolina with a torn ACL. But it seems like the media forgets that both those injuries you had last year were kind of flukish. But halfway through the season, you've taken some big hits. You feel like you've proven how tough you are at this point?
I'm a tough player. I know my body and I know my mindset. I can take hits if I really want to. I try to limit myself, so I can stay healthy. But I feel fine now. I don't
you try to approach each game, one game at a time, but as you guys keep winning, how cognizant are you of, the pressure being ratcheted up each week?
I wouldn't say pressure. Pressure is something that you feel when you don't really know what's going on. And, we know what's going on, and we know we have, one game season, and that's our motto from the get-go. So I wouldn't say we have pressure. I wouldn't say I have pressure because, like I said, we know what's going on. We're prepared, and we have a routine that we go through each week.
With that being said, Deshaun, do you guys worry at all about? Well, we played a good game, beat a really strong team in Boston College, yet we dropped a spot in the polls. Is there an eye test factor at all in your mind where, hey, we've got to put up even more points than we did, or even look better than we have?
No, we just have to win the games. And the polls is, it's middle of October, anything can happen. And, October, the rest of October and November, so it's a lot more football to go and play. We don't focus on the polls. We can't control that. We just go out there and control on Saturdays and win.
Jay Guillermo's been the ACC Offensive Lineman of the Week 2 weeks in a row. How confident do you feel playing behind someone who's playing at that level?
I'm very confident, and really in all the guys that is on the center. But Jay's a stud. He prepares each week. He knows the game. He knows the offense, and he's a leader up there. He makes sure that I'm in the right protection and make sure we have the right calls to have the big plays. So he deserved the past 2 weeks awards, and he's going to if he keep playing like he's playing, he's going to have plenty more.
You say you're not that worried about the big wow plays, but obviously you put up a lot of yards, had some of those, and won ACC Offensive Back of the Week this week. Are you excited about? Hey, I finally had that game that people are talking about.
I'm excited about what I did. Of course, it's hard to have those stats, especially against the one defense in the country. So I missed some throws out there Saturday that could have been more, but I live and learn from it. I can't get satisfied with just 1 week and one performance. I try to get better each week and try to do it again this Saturday.
Do you have a road playlist, and if so, what's on it?
I have a lot of stuff, really. I just, I like Drake, Future, Young Thug, a little country, but not too much. Really, those three.
Coach said he likes DJ Shea. You guys notice a difference out there in warm-ups?
Yeah, it'd be turn out there in warm-ups. We have fun, we enjoy it. We be at, sometimes we come to practice, but Saturdays we be out there dancing and just having fun and just being loose and just enjoying the opportunity we have.
Are you guys out there when he's playing the Dabo song?
Yeah, he's the Dabo song, the Death Valley song, just all the songs really.
You ever think your head coach would have a rap song written about it?
Not in high school, but the way Coach Sweeney is, I wouldn't doubt it if someone else make another song.
I'll say.